Hey, I'm Mike.
Hey, I'm Chris.
This is Mike and Chris Reloaded.
Welcome back
We're here.
for show number 2 of the year.
Number two. Are we going to count down again? We're going to start over. 1, 2.
Well, technically, I guess if there's 52 weeks in a year, plus we take time for holidays, we should have roughly about 48 shows a year,
Yeah, roughly.
give or take.
So this should be season 2, episode 2.
Yeah, I guess technically.
So we're on season 2.
Hey, we haven't been canceled yet.
Yeah, we've been renewed. This week we're going to be talking about technology.
Tech trends that are coming. Some that have been around, some of are booming, some that are upcoming. Just different things. It's just we're in 2017. We still ain't got the flying car yet.
They're working on it
I'm
though.
highly disappointed. But anyway, yeah, 2017. It's pretty much technology. Everything is the way of the future. Everyone's trying to.
We
If you
have
think,
self-lacing shoes.
yes, we do now.
So I mean, we got that from
And the Cubs won the World Series.
and the Cubs won the World Series. Shit.
But
We're on a roll.
no kidding. If you think about it now, is this stuff like? I mean, this stuff we're doing here, this technology that's coming out, is it stuff for us to like try and improve ourselves, or is it stuff to trying to just be more lazy?
It's to be more lazy
I'm saying,
and to watch shit in awesomer definition
well, that is true. That is
and
true.
play greater games. That's my passion.
Yeah, yeah. I'd like to. I recently got a Xbox One S,
Yeah.
which I do not have a 4K TV yet, but that is my next big thing. So I'd like to see what stuff looks like in 4K.
Well, let's talk about 8K to start it off then.
Well, let's talk about 8K.
8K is a thing of the future.
It's a thing.
It is. It was at the CES show last year, and you said that there's. See, I got sharp, but you said there's one TV available.
LG offers one. I believe it's like a 90. It's a huge TV, like
Yeah,
a
it was
96
93. I
inch.
think it was 93
This one's
inch.
massive, but they're offering it for like $130,000.
Yeah.
So for the price of a small house,
Small house.
you
That's
can get one.
We live in Defuniak Springs. That's a big house.
Well, if you're buying a $130,000 TV,
Yeah, I know.
it could be any size house you want,
But this is crazy. It's the pixels in it are 7680 by 4030 by 4320.
which is just phenomenal. Even the human eye can't even keep up with that thing.
No, I mean it's crazy. It's just insane. The good news is you can still buy 4K TVs because they're going to be readily available coming up, and it's still going to be a thing for a while because technology is going to have to catch up, like the streaming services. And you got 5, 6 years of,
Where
in my opinion,
Yeah,
anyways.
where TVs in the past, you had 480 TVs were the standard definitions and a way back when, and then they came out with the 720p. Everyone thought the 720p was going to be the greatest thing in the world, but then the 1080p came out, and that was I think they jumped the gun on the 780p and when they introduced the 1080p, and then the 1080p was the standard, has been the standard for a while now.
Yeah.
Now 4K is out. I think you're going to see, excuse me. I think you're going to see where the 4K is going to be the new 1080p. It's going to be the standard for a while for right now,
Yep.
and then the 8K is going to be the higher end, like the 4K is now for the 1080p.
I mean, 4K is good for me, but 8K, you got it's 2 times the resolution as 4K. I mean, that's how can you even tell the difference between the two? That's what I want to know.
You would now. I actually have seen some 4K stuff.
Oh, me too.
And my friend Chase he had the Ghostbusters movie in 4K, and it's just really weird watching it. It's like watching, remember the old soap operas, how soft it was?
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. And you're watching this movie that was made back in the 80s.
Hmm.
That's just like looks like that. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, it's real crisp. Like, well, not crisp. That's not the word I'm looking. I guess yeah, soft would be the word you're looking for. It's bright and it looks funny.
I mean, it's going to be good. Right now, with the 4Ks starting to become standard, people still want bigger, better things or whatever. So they have, you get 4K, but then you have certain aspects of things. You got the HDRs, which is high dynamic ranges, which is going to be your contrast and everything else is going to be a lot brighter. The OLEDs, which is organic light emitting diode, is what it's called, OLED.
Right.
And again, it's stuff like that is going to be just the colors and everything else are just going to be extremely bright, extremely just standing out. The pixels on it, I think, are more fine tuned than they are in a 4K. So those are actually going to be a little bit more, um, excuse me, a little bit more as far as clear. They're going to be a little bit more than the actual standard 4K because you can probably walk in the store. I mean, just last year you could walk into and got a 4K TV during the Black Friday thing for like $300.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
It
and
was ridiculous. You could have gotten like a 55 and 60 inch for like $600.
yeah, and that's just going to be the standard. And you'll see this year, like again during the Black Friday junk and everything else, you're going to see 4K TVs, 50, 60-inch 4K TVs for like 150, $200. You know, and just if you want a 4K, just to have a 4K, by all means, go buy it. If you want something you know you're going to have for a while and want to invest in, I would highly suggest you research what you want and get what you want. I mean, if it's something you know you're going to have for a while, just look into it.
Hey, you got time anyways because really in 4K there's not much video offerings right now in 4K. It's still at the beginning of the market. I mean the TVs are there, but the technology behind it, I mean Netflix does some streaming in 4K.
Amazon actually has some.
Amazon has a few, but I mean this isn't a whole vast library. This is just a few select shows or a few select movies that are available in
Well, I know
4K.
everything's starting to become standard. Like I said, you got
Yeah,
the Amazon, Netflix, Vudu. I think I'll believe also is even the movies you buy now. If you buy the 4K movies, you get that little coupon video code, digital code for Vudu,
right.
and you can actually get those in 4K just online.
Yeah, I know. That's the only. I mean, if you're gonna go out and buy 4K movies, then it's worth it for you right now. But otherwise, I'm saying you have some time to think. To
Yeah, yeah.
think. I mean, it's
It's
not
not.
something
It's
that
not
you.
gonna, something's going to happen overnight.
Yeah,
It's gonna. It's been gradually happening over the last year or so, more and more.
yeah. The content's there. It's just not as there as it's gonna be next year. This time.
Yeah.
Next year, this time, 4K is gonna explode, like Chris said. I mean, it's gonna be everywhere.
And speaking of on demand,
Yeah,
that'll lead us into our next one here.
on demand. I
On
mean,
demand. That's if you're not really sure what on demand is basically something basically at the touch of a fingertip. It's something that's on demand for you. That's there, readily available. Um, just the way the world is nowadays, everything has an app. It seems like
yeah. I mean,
except
you can. We were
except
just
except
talking.
our website.
Yeah, except our website. We suck. But we were just talking before the show. You can go into Taco Bell and you can. You don't even have to go into Taco Bell. You can just order from the app at your house and drive up to Taco Bell and get your hot food.
Yeah, walk in, pick it up, walk out, you're done. And even now, Taco Bell and McDonald's is experimenting in like a couple hundred cities across the U.S. about delivering. You just
I,
order right from your app, and they deliver it right to you.
I want them to deliver in our town. I'd
Yeah,
be 400 pounds.
I could never leave.
I would, I would be.
We'd really have
I'm
to.
fat, but you need a dolly to move my
We'd really
ass.
have to practice the satellite feed then. Mike can't move. But yeah, anywhere from food to rides to Uber. We're just talking about Uber.
Yeah, we're talking about Uber. Uber's getting voted out of New York though right now. They're in a legal battle of all legal battles. Um, Basically, the gist of that legal battle is Uber's drivers do not have to have chauffeur license and the proper insurance and be part of the cab drivers union. And the cab drivers union says, "Hey, this is not fair. We all have to have chauffeur license, insurance, and be part of the cab drivers union to drive a cab in New York City." So I mean, they have a fair argument. So, and like you said, if they lose this case in New York, it's gonna go U.S. wide. I mean, you could be.
It's the whole one bad apple ruins the bunch thing. I
Yeah,
mean, once it's a chain reaction. You start at one, everyone's gonna have to do it. So
so you might have to ride your Ubers now if you want to Uber. I mean, they're gonna have to reformulate their business model probably going forward.
Yeah. Again, like I said, everything like we are talking about lodging, travel, all this stuff. I think it's all going to be just on demand. You push of a button, you're going to have it. And I actually think, and I'm going to go out on, I'm going to go out and saying this. I'm saying this on the record here. Entertainment, movies. Pretty soon, it's going to be digital downloads.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to talk about digital downloads for a little bit. You know, I guess we can fit it in with this. I mean, digital downloads is going to become the way of the future too.
Yeah.
I'm like you say. I mean, as soon as all the download speeds across the nation catch up, which there's some markets that still can't get, you know, 10 megabytes right now. There's still dial up some places in the country. But once we get fiber optic cables out here, or even just
Oh yeah, yeah.
regular cables, everything's going to go digital download. Gaming, you already have to install your game on your console before you can play it.
Yeah.
So I mean, why not just purchase it unless you're going to trade your game in, which I think is the dumbest thing in the world to do, my opinion.
I don't think I've ever traded anything ever in.
I mean, why pay $60 for something and then 2 weeks later go get
Traded in,
$27
yeah, for $9.
or $9? I mean, that's just. I mean, some people do it. Hey, more power to you. To me, it just doesn't make sense. So I mean, um, and just to let you know, 50% of sales last year were from digital downloads.
Yeah.
It's a $6.1 billion a year industry right now, just digital content.
They even said that people, like even shopping, online shopping, was increased something like 33% this year.
Yeah,
It's crazy. People just, it's
I
super simple.
I Black Friday shopped from the house. I didn't leave the house. I
Oh
did the
yeah.
same last year too. I ordered
You
all
know,
my
I
shit online.
I got like at excuse me, at
Just in case you don't know, I'm a smoker, and probably the smell of me
no.
pugnates to him, so he's
Um
probably got secondhand smoke.
like this last year, like I'm a Best Buy Elite member or whatever, so I get access to the Black Friday ads like a week early. So I can order anything I want. I just okay, yeah, order it straight to the house. Didn't even have to go there.
That's nice. I love it. That's awesome. I need to be an elite member. How much money you have to spend to be an elite member? I
Um,
probably don't want to be an elite member.
I think it's I want to say $3,500 a year.
Jeez Louise. Well, I guess, wow. All right. I'm not going to be an elite member next year.
Real quick, I wanted to mention something. You talked about the download speeds and everything. Something I forgot to mention about the 8K thing. To be able to stream any of the content, you have to have a minimum of 150 meg download speed to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Not what they say you get. You actually have to have the
Yeah, you
150
have to have
be
it.
able to stream any content through an 8K.
Which means you need to buy a router that can run on a 5G band, just in case you're wondering, and probably do about a gig speed at least at the minimum. So that way, while it's filtered out to all the devices in your house, you can separate it by 150 megabytes.
Exactly. So just keep that in mind when you guys are shopping for your 8K TVs.
And the more antennas, the better. I'm telling you, I stand by it. They got this. They got this router that looks like a spider. I don't know. You
I
said
know.
Kent has it.
Yeah, I can't. I tried to kill it once, but
Did you? That router is the best. I don't know why my brother has it. My brother, he's got 10 megabytes of internet speed,
isn't that
but
isn't that
he's got this.
isn't that kind of like putting those 22-inch rims on a Pinto?
Yeah, he's got this $250-$300 router sitting in his living room, and I'm like, for
maybe
10
maybe he's trying to
megabytes.
maybe he's trying to pick up the neighbor's 10 megabytes
I don't
too.
know. He's
I
overcompensating.
wonder for what.
Yeah.
Did
Oh.
you hear that? We're making fun of you.
Yeah, he doesn't listen to us. He's too. He's
What?
he's not a nerd. He's not a geek.
Wait, which brother are we talking about?
My older brother.
He's the one up in.
He's the one that lives in Mossy.
Oh, the one that come over.
Yeah, the one that come over.
Son of a.
He watches anime, so he listens to our anime episodes.
Son of a. I can't believe he lives in Mossy Head. Now I could understand if he lived up in Wisconsin or something, but he lives literally 10 minutes away from us, Mike.
I
And he
know he
can't listen
knows.
to us.
No, his wife listens to us, and his son listens to us.
Thank you, Heather.
Yeah, they listen. In fact, the wife wants to get on a show for us. His wife Heather wants to get on a show with us one time.
Okay.
She wants to do witchcraft.
I think we talked to something about
Yeah,
that one
we
day. Yeah,
mentioned it.
yeah,
So she's looking forward to that. So sometime this year we will do that, I believe.
yeah. We can get into something around that. But anyway, moving on. We talked about the on-demand stuff. With digital content. I think digital entertainment, movies, everything are going to be downloaded.
Oh yeah.
It's not going to even be where you even go out and buy a physical Blu-ray or nothing anymore, or
I mean,
4K disc or nothing.
with Netflix, Vudu, HBO Go, Stars,
Even
Showtime.
even on your gaming consoles,
Yep,
you can pre-order movies and everything there. So,
that's true.
but that's just where that's going, I think.
So what next? VR?
Um,
Or you got something else you want to
well, let's
squeeze in there
keep up
first?
with this physical to digital thing.
Okay.
Another thing that's been going is like I said, the physical to digital. It's not just items like movies and stuff. It's household items.
Yeah.
And Amazon's got this big thing called the Dash button, the Amazon Dash,
Yep.
where it's like you can just click it if you're out of something. You click it, you have whatever on the list of it, and it automatically orders for you. And when I say out of something, I'm talking toilet paper,
Oh.
paper towel, paper plates, napkin. Just
I
household
got I
items.
got the laziest on demand or physical to digital item in the whole world right here.
This ought to be interesting.
Okay. For all you cat lovers, have you seen this? You can order bi-weekly fresh clean litter boxes. Just dispose your old ones and they come in they're on a cycle. They keep coming to you every 2 weeks. You just scoop for 2 weeks and then replace.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
Yeah, it's getting sad, but yes, I mean,
I think, like we were talking about earlier, shopping online has become more predominant.
yeah,
It's just
with Alexa is
yeah.
that's a big one right now, I think. Is that
Alexa and the new one's the Google Home.
Google Home?
But in fact, I got my mother the Amazon Echo Dot. She loves it.
Yeah, I mean that too. I
In
mean,
fact, Heath and my friend Heath, and his wife Kim, they have an Amazon Echo Dot, and their children actually found out how to order stuff on there.
oh no.
Um, Needless to say, they got a few things in the mail, but I'm not going to mention that because I don't want to embarrass them. But it is hilarious, and I am not going to lie, it is extremely hilarious.
Well, that's like it's if you compare apples to apples. I mean, this generation gets to go through that, whereas we got to go through the 900 numbers. The wrestling people when we
Oh
were
my
kids,
God, yeah,
we would call the wrestlers.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I
Wait, which 900 numbers we talking about?
the good ones, the
Oh,
clean
oh,
ones.
my bad.
I did get in trouble for doing the dirty ones, so my mom can attest to that.
Uh-huh.
I was
Yeah.
like 16 then. I don't know why I did it at 16. I should have known better.
Yeah, really. I would expect 11 or 12 or 13
No.
or something. Like 16, really?
Yeah, I should have known better.
Wow. Okay
It
then.
was what was her name? Elvira at night or whatever.
Oh yeah,
And then after
Cassandra Peterson.
yes, and then
So hot.
all the
I would have
commercials.
900 her too.
All the commercials during that hour of the night were like
Yeah. Pick
were,
up the phone. Call
call
us.
talk to hot girls now.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not gonna lie, Mike. This actually explains a lot. So
Yeah, I know. Megan, if you listen to this podcast, ignore that.
never call a 900 number ever,
Excuse me.
ever,
I also
ever.
want to say that I was just kidding. I don't smoke around Chris. So, Chris's mom, don't lecture me on Facebook tomorrow. When Chris comes over to my house, I smoke outside, except during the Packer game, which I went into my bedroom and smoked.
Don't listen to him. He puffed right in my face during key plays.
Yeah. Yeah, the catch, not a catch. Oh, that was 2 years ago.
Yes, it was.
Okay. But anyways, moving on. More technology stuff.
Let's smart homes. We're talking about the ordering stuff, the Amazon Echo and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's all connected now to your smart homes. They're home trends.
Refrigerators, microwaves,
Fridges, micro. I told you
your
I was
lights.
I told you I was at the store the other day. I saw a daggum crock pot that you can control with the app on your phone.
Yeah, that's all. That's awesome. But for people that go away, but I stay home, so
But it's all controlled by all AI things. You got the Google, the Google. You got Cortana. You got Siri. You got this the Amazon, the Alexa. And everything. If you notice, everything's becoming more predominant AI, artificial intelligence stuff, which is kind of cool and creepy at the same time. But what's really weird is that
just don't teach them how to feel. Oh wait, too late.
yeah. What's really weird is that the Alexa, if you ask her a question and she doesn't know the answer, if you ask her the next day, she will have the answer for you,
Oh really?
which means she is ever learning and ever evolving,
That's pretty awesome.
and still creepy.
See, I think I'm gonna be part of this smart home technology. I'm gonna go ahead and bite the bullet and buy the smart lights.
Oh yeah,
Like $19 a bulb, but they got like a 25-year warranty. Or I think it's $19 for a 3 pack.
yeah, but it doesn't work too well if you don't actually have the thing to control it.
Yeah, the base that connects to your house, the little Wi-Fi router or
Oh,
repeater, you can get those for like $50.
oh, okay. But
So
see, if you got say like the
and then it connects to your phone, and
with
but you
that,
need
or if you
that.
got the Google Home, or you've got the Amazon Echo, you can control it through all that.
Yeah.
You can say, Alexa, turn on my lights.
Yep.
Turn your lights.
I think it's cool. They got 25-year warranty, so I mean, they're supposed to last 25 years for. I think like I said, I think I don't remember if it's $20 a bulb or $20 for three. I think it's
I
twenty
think
bucks for three.
I think it's I know I think it's like $20 a bulb,
Is it okay? But either way, you
but
don't have to worry about
they
them
last
again.
for a long
They come
time.
with a 3-year free replacement. Think of how much light bulbs you go through in a year. I
That's
mean,
true.
it's worth it in my opinion.
That is true. But this thing, like I said, obviously Siri has been around for a while, so
Yeah.
that's the one thing too. And they have the I know Apple has their Apple Home,
Now
same
Google
thing.
talks to you too.
Yeah, Google. They have that new thing. That looks like the Amazon Echo. It's called the
Hmm.
Google Home now.
Yeah.
But yeah, all this stuff that we talk about, your refrigerators and stuff have the tablets on them and everything else. Now you can control. You can make
My
lists.
wife wanted one of those. We were just buying a fridge, and she wanted one. They're
Should have
three
got one.
grand.
Should have got one.
They're 3 grand, and they're
Yeah,
Samsung.
it would have probably been a lot quieter, Mike.
And I learned a lesson when I worked for a warranty repair company, never to buy a Samsung
It
appliance.
was not Samsung.
I'm telling you, it was Samsung
You just
appliances.
said it was before. It wasn't Samsung. It was another because you're like, so we got a log call from Samsung. Oh no, wait, it was Sanyo.
No, no, no. Samsung appliances,
Oh,
Sanyo TVs.
oh, I didn't.
Samsung TVs are good.
Um,
All the repairmen will tell you that they should have stayed stuck with TVs.
But this trend that on this stuff is called the IoT. It's called the Internet of Things. Basically, it's basically everything that you have in there is going to be connected Wi-Fi via the internet.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
So it's been around. It's not super huge. I mean, you see it in some homes and some things and stuff like that. But I think it's going to be more and more as we go along and progress. The technology is going to get more and more easier to do, and it's going to be less and less expensive, and it's going to be more convenient for people to get it that way.
And then we're going to be just like Wally.
Pretty much
Just
so.
like the world of Wally.
Floating around in little chairs.
Floating around in little chairs in outer space. Because
Well,
we have
if you
just.
think about it,
We're
we
not
were talking
prepared.
about the on-demand stuff, ordering food or whatever. You go to your fridge, you got an app for Taco Bell on your fridge. You touch the app, you order your food, boom, you're done. You
Hmm.
know.
No more burning calories cooking dinner. I can just drive and pick it up.
Yeah, really. Not even that, man. They might deliver it to you.
Yeah, they might deliver it. You're right. We never know. I really hope that works. I do. To get Taco Bell and McDonald's delivered to me, that would be awesome.
I don't know what's going to happen in this little town.
Awesome. Just telling you, Taco Bell, McDonald's, if you listen to Funiac Springs, Florida, awesomeness.
What do you got, Mike?
Um, that for that subject, that's out. I'm on to VR unless you got more.
No, that's I'm getting close to about that. I wanted to kind of save this for the end because it's kind of a bigger thing.
Oh, yeah,
Uh, I know you were going to mention something about some kind of medication or something.
yeah. I thought we were gonna skip it, so
Yeah, go ahead, throw it
well,
out
I'll
there.
talk about it. Well, anyways, It's more of a little bit of a story. These researchers in, I believe in Australia, were researching an Alzheimer's
Good
medicine.
day.
Yeah, and they found out that hey, it regenerates tooth decay in rats. So they actually, since this medicine, I did a little bit more research. Since this medicine has already been FDA approved in the United States for Alzheimer's patients, they don't have to go through the patient. They don't have to go through the 5 year human trials anymore.
Hmm.
They're going to be able to release this medicine soon, and it's going to replace fillings in the future. You will no longer have to have your teeth filled. You will be able to take a pill now, and the tooth will regenerate.
Meth heads unite.
Yeah, it actually
You
works
shall
by
be clean.
yeah, it actually works by stem cells in the tooth. Um, the tooth is made of dentine. I know it's a little complicated, but it's made of dentine. And what happens in the tooth is
The
what happens
chewing
with this
gum.
pill. Yeah, yeah, the chewing gum. What happens in the pill is the pill actually restores dentine in the tooth, so the tooth will start regrowing from the inside out. It's pretty freaking awesome if you ask me.
It is actually pretty neat. That's kind of weird. That's like the one I was telling you the other day about the people who are doing the research on salmonella.
Yeah,
They take certain chemicals of salmonella that you get from raw pork or chicken, and it actually attacks cancer cells and kills cancer cells.
yeah. Like you were going to talk about 360 cameras.
We are. That
That's
is
going to be part of the VR, huh?
that is.
Okay. I was just curious. And who does the research? Who like I know we talked about this and I still don't get that. I don't who says, "Hey, let's take salmonella and put it with cancer and see what happens."
Well, it's been a long history of you know of disease fighting disease.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things out there that something bad for you will fight something bad. You know what I'm saying? It's that's just history, man. It's a lot of things have done that way.
I,
When you get a flu shot, they're giving you the flu.
right.
There's actually the flu virus in that shot they give you.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm just saying but yeah, it's been a lot of history of that. So it makes kind of sense. But yeah, I agree with you. Where do they come up with these things? It's like, what if we take this and mix it with this and see what happens?
It's
I mean, do they have like a little dartboard, a big wheel they spin or
That's what
something?
I want to
Spin the
know.
wheel.
Oh, we're mixing it with cancer today.
Who knows? But anyway, um, final thing I got to talk about is basically just this massive explosion of AR and VR.
And I think it's going to fail.
Um, the big thing come out here a while back was the Oculus Rift, which it wasn't. It's huge in certain markets, but
$599.
expensive, and it wasn't so much as for like the average common gamer or whatever. It was
Right.
more of a learning tool, I believe. Well, everyone bitch whined and moaned about it, and now you got the PlayStation VR.
Which
Okay,
a little bit more
a little
affordable.
bit
That's three
feasible.
ninety nine now.
I think it's $3.99, and then if you get the bigger package that comes with everything, it's $4.99 or whatever.
Okay.
Um, it's now, excuse me. Now to give you guys kind of an idea, the difference between AR and VR. You got VR is virtual reality.
Right.
AR is augmented reality.
And then there's two types of VR. There's mobile and tethered.
Yeah, but the general difference is VR is something you're immersed into a storyline or immersed into a world.
Right.
Where augmented reality, you're actually immersed into a real life world.
Right.
Where it's
So,
it's an actual ongoing thing right
right.
then.
You could just think of simple like GPS because that's a form of augmented reality.
Well, the biggest one actually to date was Pokemon Go.
Yeah, you're telling me that. That's pretty awesome.
$308 million is what that game has made since
Wow.
it's come out.
I have yet to play it.
They say that game averages $3 million a day. It makes.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, Pokemon Go is a classic example of AR, augmented reality.
Now would be like you remember going into like Busch Gardens. Have you ever been to Busch Gardens?
No.
Okay, well they had this wizard show, and basically you strapped on you it was a 3D thing that came out at you, but they would shoot water at you, they would wind at you. Would
No,
that be considered augmented reality? Like being immersed into the physical environment of what you're looking
no,
at?
I don't believe so because augmented reality is an interaction with the environment.
Okay.
Where in the Pokemon Go, you actually have to physically go out,
And
find the
walk.
creatures, walk
Right.
the creatures. Well, not just walk, necessarily walk, but even just find them. And you're actually finding the creatures. You're dealing with. I guess they have the Poke Stops or whatever.
Yep.
You're interacting with this stuff that's out in real world. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Where in the virtual world, you're right there. Everything's right there in front of you. You're not moving. You're not interacting. You're just everything's inside that spot. You see what I mean? You're inside that world.
I
Where
got
the
you.
AR, you're actually interacting with our own world, but in a in a virtual site.
Right. My example would be more of a 4D experience, right? Is that what they call that?
Yeah, I guess you can call it that.
I think that's what it's called, 4D experience. I just wanted to clarify it, so
I think with the VR stuff, I mean, it's been around forever, virtual reality junk, because way back in the days during the Star Tours, and you always put on the little thing and everything's going whatever. That was a form of virtual reality, and I remember going to Vegas a few times. We went to some little rides and stuff. They give you little goggles you put on. You sit in there, you strap in. This thing's moving and spinning, and
right.
everything's coming at you. Again, another form of virtual reality. It's been around for a while. It's never been huge, but see,
See, I think the reason I think I'm sorry to cut you off, but I
no,
said the reason I think it's going to fail is 3D is a failed technology, except for at the motion picture at the theaters. Your home 3D experience, it failed. It's ending. It's getting
yep,
deleted.
Samsung already announced that they're not going to do it. They're doing away with 3ds.
I
So,
think the Xbox Connect and the PlayStation camera, I think that's a failed technology.
hmm
And I think VR, it's new, but people don't want to exercise when they play a video game. They don't want to walk around. They don't want to move when they play video games. I just think they'll do it at first because it's cool and it's new and they'll spend the money, but I think for most part it won't work out. I think people just
well,
don't want to do it.
a classic example, Nintendo Wii.
Yeah, but I play all my Wii games I play are on the controller.
Wait, hold on, Nintendo Wii. Then you got the Wii U, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, when the Nintendo Wii first came out, what did it have?
Wii Sports.
No, I mean what was the controller? It
Oh,
was the nunchuck with
yeah,
the
the
stick, right?
nunchuck and the stick. Yep.
The Wii U comes out. What is the controller?
It's a tablet, like a little
Now you
screen
got the
tablet.
Switch.
Yeah, which goes back to the classic Nintendo controller looking
It's
thing.
like it's almost like they tried it and said, no, let's get away with that. Let's go
Yeah,
back to this thing. I agree with you. It's it's a
I mean it's cool. I wanna try it. Will I ever buy it? No, I won't.
I doubt I'll get it either. I'm curious to see how it goes.
I'm too fat.
It's just well, the VR system. It's not really you're not really moving everywhere. It's basically operates off of the goggles,
Yeah, you got to
the
turn your head
camera. Well, yeah,
constantly, and
the camera, and then you have the little move sticks that you use to move for whatever, which is like the nunchucks for the PlayStation or
right,
the
the
Wii.
Wii,
But you have to have all that to be able to use the VR system.
right.
Um, but I'm actually agreeing with you. I don't think it's going to really take off. I think it'll probably be a big thing for the next year or so, and then you'll gradually see the prices
Oh, yeah, this
decline.
shit's gonna sell. I'm not gonna say it's
Yeah,
not gonna sell.
everyone in the
Everybody in the freaking
well,
world's
look
gonna
at the
buy this.
Nintendo Switch, 1.2 million units gone in a day,
Yeah, I mean, look,
completely sold out everywhere. Best Buy, Target, Walmart, GameStop, Amazon, completely sold out.
yeah, it's gonna go.
Everyone wants the new, bigger, better, quicker technology. Use
We're
something new. I gotta have it.
exactly. We're in a want, gimme era right
We
now.
are technology whores,
Yeah, we are.
I'm
I'm
just as guilty. I'm
bad.
just as guilty of it too. I've refrained a lot from it though. I mean, I did buy the Xbox One S.
Not
For
if you spend $3,500 a year
no,
at Best Buy.
but there was a particular reason why I bought the Xbox One S though. My Xbox One was a day one edition,
Yeah.
so it was the original one that come out. So that was what, 5, 6 years ago.
Hmm.
Okay, the Xbox One S I bought, I got an incredible deal on, so I couldn't pass it up.
Yeah, it was the price of the regular one, so
And
yeah, I would have bought it too.
and I ended up selling my regular Xbox One for like just about the cost of my Xbox One S. So I really didn't lose anything.
Right, and I'm nowhere to talk. I own two Xbox Ones.
Mm-hmm.
I own a Wii U, a PlayStation 4.
About
Um,
3,000 tablets and phones,
yeah, four tablets in my house,
half a
three
dozen
laptops,
laptops.
two computers. I mean, I'm there.
Yeah, I
Four
mean,
TVs.
again, I got a couple TVs, Xbox One S, PlayStation 4. I got, of course, got my old school original Nintendo. Can't beat that.
See, I wish I kept that stuff, but I didn't, and I
I got
never went and bought
phone,
anything.
tablets. I got two laptops. Yeah, same thing. I'm just as guilty as anyone else. I
And
mean,
we got a mixer and a microphone.
we do,
And
but it's everything is just the bigger, better thing. Like we're talking about the 360 cameras now. Now it's not just a regular camera. Now it's a 360 camera. You got to
yeah.
see everything in vision everywhere. And I
See now
mean,
that'll work. I
I've
think.
seen some of the things they put on there. I've seen like they had the Exorcist. I don't know if I showed you the Exorcist
Yeah.
one.
Mm-hmm.
The Walking Dead one was
Yep.
really neat. I just saw one here recently too that I saved. It was really neat too. But yeah, a lot of these things are neat. But then again, you get some that are stupid.
Yeah. Like GE's what I was telling Chris. Good lead up, man. Good lead up. I have seen the worst 360 video known to mankind. There is a doctor. He is a doctor. He wears a lab coat and everything, scientist, so I would assume he's got his doctorate. He wants to put to the test the proof that fire can put out fire. And then he says, not exactly, the sound of fire can put out fire. So you see these guys blowing flames out of their mouth and they're recording the audio from this, and then they put giant speakers next to a fire. Giant speakers. And you can see every time the sound of the wind is blowing at the fire, and they're like, see, we put it out with the sound of fire. No, you proved that wind would put out fire if blown hard enough at it.
And depending on the size of the fire, wind will actually spread it too.
Yeah, yeah. What's next? Are you gonna say rain spreads gas fires?
Yeah, really.
Come on, that's
Oh man.
terrible. But to get back to VR, like we were talking about the two different types, the mobile and the tethered.
Yes.
Okay, mobile is basically um, you place your smartphone inside of a set of lenses and glasses, and
Which
you yeah, Samsung Gear, the $99 you can do.
Samsung Gear has one.
Google Daydream, I believe, is what it's called.
Yeah, and then they have the box, the Google box
The
or
Google
whatever.
Box,
Yeah,
yep.
which I think that's like dirt cheap. It's just
Yes,
basically a cardboard box.
it better be dirt cheap. I didn't price it though. But yeah, basically you use your cell phone as your VR, and tethered means you're tethered to a computer or a tablet or something
Which
that
is your Oculus Rift, your PlayStation VR, all that
yeah, your
stuff.
HTC Vive, all that stuff that actually uses a computer to simulate the image into your goggles and provide a more enhanced VR experience.
I I believe this is my theory on things, and I believe that VR will be here. It won't go away. It'll be here. It might not be in a big a fashion as people want, but I think everyone's always looking for that more extreme rush, I guess you can say, that more extreme feeling of things. And I think that you're going to see this stuff, the VR. I think you're going to try and see people expand it from there. I think you might possibly look into full dive systems, um, which if I see a game SAO, I'm not going to ever play it. So if anyone's ever watched Sword Art Online, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Um, but I think that, and you're not, and I'm not saying immediately. You might be 10 or 15 years in the future, but I think you'll actually see full dive systems. But I think you'll see it where people will like people who can't walk will get a full dive system where they'll be able to go run, or people who what I'm saying who can't do something specific, or you know what I mean, will be able to go in and do something that they haven't been able to do. I know they made the movie of it. What was the name of that movie? Had Ray Fiennes, Angela Bassett.
Don't know. Didn't see it.
Great movie actually, but same. They had the same concept. They had these little headgears they wore, and it basically made them like a full dive thing. But it took people's memories. This movie took people's memories, and they put it in there, and they were able to do what other people were doing.
Yeah.
So, but this, what I'm talking about is the same thing. You're going to have like the goggles or whatever, and it's going to be a full dive system where your whole consciousness is going to be, your thought process is going to be immersed into the actual whatever world or gaming system you're in. So,
Right. See, yeah, that's my point about it. It's gonna be a novelty thing. It's gonna be someplace you go, you pay your money to have a VR experience. I don't think it's gonna be I don't think it's going to be a successful household thing. It's going to go to just like the 3D movies are. You go to a theater, you pay your $18 and you see it in IMAX 3D. You're going to go someplace, you're going to pay your $50 and you're going to have a VR experience.
yeah, and that's why I said I don't think it's going away, but I don't think it's going to just be completely boomed out. I think you're going to see stuff, and you might have like cafes, like internet cafes, where they just go in there and they offer that stuff, where you can go in, like
I want special brownie cafes.
no,
Damn
you'll
it.
have to move to Seattle or well, I think there's a
Colorado.
closer. No, I think there's a closer one now.
Is there? All right. No,
Yeah,
I don't. I honestly don't use
if
it.
you really want special brownie cafes, I'm sure you can find them closer,
I know I could. I don't use it.
or
I'm
just
just
special
kidding.
brownies. Period. A
No,
Strange Days was the name of the movie. I highly
Strange
recommend it.
Days.
Great movie.
I haven't seen it.
Um,
He Googled that.
I did. Way of the Future. Google.
Yeah. But I mean that's about it I got for today out of me. I
That's
mean,
about all I got. Just you guys keep in mind what you do when you're out there, and just be conscious of what you do. Technology can be a great thing, but it can also be a bad thing.
yes.
Um,
Keep active.
yeah,
I wish I could.
technology can't replace. It can replace some things, but it can't replace everything. Your family, your life, your actual feelings. So, but just like I said, be conscious of it, enjoy it. You know, consciously, and that's about all I got.
That's all I got. Thanks for listening to me rant.
Yeah, thanks for listening to both of us rant.
Later, guys.
See ya.